on height, but they just got to get it moving. They've got to make sure that they are in the front side. They don't want to get caught up in the mix of the congestion that's starting to really build inside of these mid to lower layers. And just all the while, Mr. Savage, Reason, and Vadil have been quietly chipping away at these builds right in front of them. Pixstorm, Demus, they've got to be real careful here. They might not even be aware of the fact, but no, it's going to be Vadil instead who's collected. Pablo, potentially the one benefiting in that process. But for Oxy's team, they look so incredibly unhealthy in comparison. iDrop, Sky, Scroll, they've managed to cut through, but it comes at a cost. Scroll, yet again, off in the process. And iDrop
to pick him up, though. I think they can get the double. They're going to be back in the game here, but they already have double-digit elims, Taco. Are you kidding me? Marius, Pixie, Vanya still holding on to height. They literally had a 12% win rate in the Div Cup finals. They know how to secure these victory royales, and now they want to do it in the major finals. Marius showing his fragging power as he drops down. Looks to pick up a quick refresh, but unable to do so. Is going to play for safety once again.
Yeah, on second thought, Marius is like, I don't actually need to get involved just yet. I'm going to fall back to where my teammates are at, healthy, on height. Savage completely collapsed on, though, just a victim of trying to play towards that backside. But the zone, it's pulling back. This is massive now for the team on height. Marius, Pixie, Vanya, they are just letting everyone in the low grounds completely eat themselves alive. Malabuka, Ping, and Wox hoping to try and be the catalyst here in the low ground, generate some form of low ground success. And if these other teams aren't careful, they might actually succeed. Pixstorm and Demus, though, they're preparing to try and shock the world, and it starts by taking out X-Squeeze.
When they hit big, but you gotta be careful. You can't get stuck in the dirt. Pix is the only one that makes it out of his trio. Wox, Malabuka, Ping, they continue. The chemistry is looking stronger than ever as Vanya is looking to see, does he play this heal off? Is he gonna let his teammate frag? How can he close this one off? As Pixie picking up elimination after elimination, 4 on the board already as they prep themselves now for the final moments. The decision, how do we close this one out?
But Marius, he tries to tango in the low ground, instead gets punished for it. You've still got Pix way in the backside, trying to just play out a little bit of placement here. All the while, Ping, Wox, Malabuka, they might even get the benefit here of a freebie siphon off of Pix if they recognize just how low he is, but it's also iDrop. iDrop's getting involved in the conversation here. Ping, Wox, Malabuka, one of the only healthy trios left to remain, left to try and threaten, because aside from iDrop as a solo, it's only Vanya and Pixie up above in the skies. High versus low. How long can you hold out for, though? Ping, Wox, Malabuka, the builds are running so incredibly low. They're trying to make sure that they keep steady height overhead. But Malabuka, he might be the one to be the difference maker. Vanya's gonna fall back. Vanya's trying to play for the heal off. Vanya needs to make sure he doesn't get tagged in the process. And he's got the Medmis grenade here, Takada. It might be the separating factor.
Has Pixie done enough damage? He got a knock. He cracked one of the players, but is it going to be enough to let Malabuka out-heal Vanya? Now, it's all up to who has more heals. Both players with the Chug Jug, Vanya with Chug Splashes. It's a matter of time to see who's able to close this one out. Vanya did an amazing job putting himself away from the aggression and now kind of looking around. Malabuka remembered that Chug Sprite, that water sprite was still there. They healed in the storm originally. Vanya trying to see if he can find any heal here. That's the difference maker, but unfortunately for Malabuka, Vanya is gonna out-heal, securing that victory royale for game number 2.
Ooh la la, Nikaf, I know you are going absolutely crazy right now, witnessing a little bit of success here for the mates as game 2 goes the way. And I can't really establish them as an underdog trio at this point, Takada, because they've certainly been creating a name for themselves this season.
Look, there's a reason they have the most victory royales in the Div Cup finals. They know how to close these matches out. They know how to play the meta, and they did it perfectly throughout this game. Not only holding high ground, but also picking up enough eliminations on the players rotating in, having, you know, Marius, Pixie drop down and fragging out when they needed to get those refreshes, and ultimately closing it out with the heal off, having more heals, constantly scouting for more, and doing everything you need to close out that match.
Just have to feel a little bit there for Malibuca, Ping, and Wox, because when a 140 Chug Jug isn't enough to seal the deal to Kata, then what is? And that's something that only our analysts can answer.
Thank you very much, guys. Vanya, Pixie, and Marius, they're bringing back memories of Major #1 when they had a fantastic day one, and they're here to do it again. Queasy wasn't around to take high ground. Well, it's up for grabs, and these guys took it and managed to maintain their ownership until the very end, Levin.
Yeah, and it seems like a bit of a trend for these guys. Whenever Queasy isn't around to play high, they're usually the ones that look to try taking themselves, and in those games, if they can make the most out of them, because there's a good chance there's not going to be many opportunities for you to not have Queasy playing for height, you got to play them like this, and they did incredibly well there, Mini.
Yeah, they really did. I think this is what Kamisete and Hari would have had if Queasy wasn't in the lobby last game, right? They dominated height for large parts of that end game all the way around to the end. And of course, they had the heals at the end as well. That takes some doing as well, just being able to prioritize those white heals at this stage of the game. So important for them. I want to highlight Pixie as well there at the end, just doing so much damage, dropping down. What an amazing performance from him.
Yeah, he was just going crazy. I mean, you know, we always see people obviously big up Vanya because he's been doing so well when compared to Fortnite and EU for a while. Marius, of course, gets all the hype on TikTok and whatnot, you know, after his pop-offs last year. But Pixie, this guy is one of the best fraggers in the region. Doesn't get the credit for it. But my oh my, if he can keep on putting on performances like this, he will start to get that credit in abundance.
When it comes to trios, we've heard a lot of the pros say that this is the kind of Fortnite where we're going to see the consistency from the juries that we know and love, and I feel like we're definitely going to see that this weekend. So we'll be back after this short break to talk about how our top trios fared in game #2. Marius, Pixie and Vanya took game number 2 in our Major 2 Grand Finals. And let's talk about where our other trios came, because it was another hotly contested endgame, ending with a very dramatic heel-off. But first of all, actually, I want to talk about who came in third, because iDrop is one of the players, and the trio, I should say, Millie, that you mentioned in the pre-show as potentially booking themselves a spot in the Global Championships in Lyon today, or this weekend, I should say. And it seems like your confidence is paying off, Mini Miner.
Yeah, looking pretty good so far. First place, can't get much better than that. And even that endgame I was watching, I was thinking, oh, yeah, it's looking pretty good now. And then, of course, Vanya's team ended up winning, so Levin's also going to be very happy. But looking good, though. Overall, iDrop, Sky, and Squirrel, they're a team that we know can play endgames very well. We know we broke down this last major as well about how good they are at playing